You just lost $50,000. And you don't even know it. Because 5 years ago, when you got that job offer, you made one of these 5 mistakes. And you've been paying for it ever since. Let me show you what you did wrong. And how to fix it next time. Here's how salary negotiation actually works. When you get a job offer, the number they give you isn't the number they're willing to pay. It's the number they hope you accept. There's always more money. Always. But most people don't negotiate. And the ones who do make one of these 5 mistakes. And it costs them tens of thousands of dollars over the life of the job. Let's break it down. Mistake number 1, you told them your current salary. The recruiter asked, "What's your current salary?" And you told them. Big mistake. Why it's wrong: once they know what you're making, they anchor the offer to that number. If you're making $70,000, they'll offer you $75,000 to $80,000. Even if the role is budgeted for $100,000. You just left $20,000 to $30,000 on the table. Every year. Over 5 years, that's $100,000 to $150,000. What happened? You thought being honest would build trust. But this isn't a trust exercise. It's a negotiation. They're not asking because they care about you. They're asking because it gives them leverage. What you should do instead, when they ask for your current salary, deflect. Here's the script: I'd prefer to focus on the value I'll bring to this role rather than what I'm currently making. What's the range you've budgeted for this position? Or, I'm not comfortable sharing that, but I'm targeting roles in the X to Y range based on my research. Does that align with your budget? Don't give them the number. Make them give you the number. Mistake number 2, you accepted the first offer. They offered you $85,000. You thought, that's more than I'm currently making. I'll take it. And you accepted immediately. Big mistake. Why it's wrong: the first offer is never the best offer. Companies expect you to negotiate. They build room into the offer for negotiation. If they offer you $85,000, they're probably willing to go to $90,000 to $95,000. Maybe more. But you'll never know because you said yes too fast. What happened? You were so excited to get the offer that you didn't want to risk losing it. You thought negotiating would make them pull off the offer. It won't. Unless you're being unreasonable, which is different. What you should do instead, when they give you the offer, thank them. Then pause. Here's the script: Thank you so much for the offer. I'm really excited about the opportunity. I'd like to take 24 hours to review the full package and get back to you. Does that work? Then, come back with the counteroffer. I've reviewed the offer, and I'm really excited. Based on my research and the value I'll bring, I was targeting a base salary of $95,000. Is there flexibility there? 9 times out of 10, they'll come up. Even if it's just $5,000 to $10,000, that's extra money you wouldn't have gotten if you'd said yes immediately. Mistake number 3, you only negotiated base salary. You negotiated the base salary from $85,000 to $90,000. You felt good about it. But you didn't touch the bonus, the equity, the sign-on bonus, or the paid time off. Big mistake. Why it's wrong: total compensation isn't just base salary. It's base salary bonus, annual performance bonus, equity, stock options, RSU, sign-on bonus, paid time off benefits, retirement savings match, health insurance, etc. If you only negotiate base salary, you're leaving money on the table. What happened? You thought negotiation meant ask for more money. And you did. But you only asked for more base salary. Meanwhile, they had room to give you A higher bonus target, 15% instead of 10% more equity, 10K RSUs instead of 5K a sign-on bonus, $10,000 an extra week of PTO, but you didn't ask. So they didn't offer. What you should do instead, negotiate the full package. Here's the script. I appreciate the offer of $90,000 base. I'm also interested in discussing the bonus structure, equity, and sign-on bonus. Based on my research, I was targeting a 15% bonus and 10K RSUs. Is there flexibility there? Or, if base is fixed, I understand the base salary is fixed at $90,000. Given that, is there flexibility on the sign-on bonus or equity to help bridge the gap? Mistake number 4. You didn't do your research. They offered you $85,000. You didn't know if that was good or bad because you hadn't researched the market rate. So you just accepted it. Big mistake. Why it's wrong? If you don't know what the role should pay, you have no leverage. You can't negotiate if you don't know what number to ask for. And companies will lowball you if they think you don't know better. What happened? You thought $85,000 sounds like a lot of money. But you didn't know that the market rate for that role is $100,000 to $110,000. So you accepted an offer that was $15,000 to $25,000 below market. And you'll never catch up. What you should do instead, before you negotiate, do your research. Step 1. Use salary research tools. Go to levels.fy, Glassdoor, PayScale, LinkedIn salary search for your role, your location, and your experience level. Step 2. Talk to people. Reach out to people in similar roles and ask, I'm researching market rates for role. Based on your experience, what's a competitive range for someone with X years of experience in this industry? Most people will tell you. Step 3. Calculate your target range based on your research. Figure out, low end, what's the minimum you'd accept? Target, what's the number you're aiming for? High end, what's the stretch goal? For example, low $95,000 target, $105,000 high, $115,000. Now you have a number to anchor to. The math, if you didn't do research, what they offered, $85,000 what the market rate was, $105,000 what you lost, $20,000 per year over 5 years, $100K plus, that's retirement savings. Gone. Mistake number 5. You negotiated over email. They sent you the offer via email. You replied via email with your counteroffer. They said no via email. Negotiation over. Big mistake. Why it's wrong? Email is the worst place to negotiate. Here's why. No tone. They can't hear your voice or see your face, so everything sounds more aggressive. Easy to say no. It's much easier to type "that's our final offer" than to say it to your face. No real-time problem solving. If they say no, the conversation ends. On a call, you can pivot and explore other options. What happened? You thought email was more professional. But email is transactional. Negotiation is relational. When you negotiate over email, you lose the human connection. And that's where negotiation happens. What you should do instead, when they send you the offer via email, reply with this: "Thank you so much for the offer. I'm really excited. Can we schedule a quick call to discuss the details? I have a few questions about the compensation package." Then, negotiate on the phone or video call. On the call, you can read their tone, you can ask clarifying questions, you can problem solve in real time, you can build rapport. Phone/video calls have a 70% success rate for getting more money. Email has a 30% success rate. Here's the good news, now you know. Next time you get an offer, you won't make these mistakes. You'll deflect the salary history question, negotiate, not accept the first offer, negotiate the full package, bonus, equity, PTO. Do your research, and know your number. Negotiate on the phone, not over email, and you'll walk away with $50,000 to $100,000 more than you would have. That's how you win. If you want the exact scripts for every salary negotiation scenario, I put together a free guide. Leave me a comment. And if this was helpful, subscribe. I post daily on career strategy, financial planning, and how to actually get ahead. You're not a line item. You're the talent.